PC Chacko of the Congress Party joining us live. Mr. Chacko, the Congress is holding a press conference to address the claims that have been made. Now, this wasn't the reaction when recently released books made similar claims that the PM was a silent spectator. What's different this time?
No, in fact, about the press conference, I have no idea. I am not addressing the press today on this matter. It's maybe some other spokesperson of the party. But the fact that, the statement which came from Mr. Vinod Roy today was definitely out of context, or it is a repetition of what he has been saying without any sound basis or evidence. This is a matter which has been discussed and debated, and the report is now before the Parliament. If the Parliament want to discuss this report, they can even now report. The fact that Prime Minister was in the know of things, what Mr. Raja was doing was not proved, and we have verified all the records. And Mr. Vinod Roy, if his memory is correct, he should again clarify that Raja has been informing the Prime Minister certain things. True, it is right. He has been writing to Prime Minister. Prime Minister has been promptly replying to him also. But that was about how the spectrum is going to be distributed or sold. That is only according to the policy of the then government we are going to do. That he has informed the Prime Minister. Prime Minister did not say no, because the policy was not to sell the spectrum in auction. Vinod Roy even now harping that point that had it been sold on auction, it would have fetched this much money. But that was not the policy of the government.
But Mr. Chacko,
other than that,
Mr. Chacko, it's not just Vinod Roy this time around, isn't it? Kamal Nath is on record saying that he did write to the Prime Minister, saying that the goings on as far as 2G spectrum allocation was concerned was not right. Even then, the Prime Minister chose not to react.
About the allocation of the spectrum, Raja has informed the Prime Minister. That is what Mr. Vinod Roy says, that the Prime Minister was informed by Mr. Raja, but Prime Minister did not stop it. What Prime Minister should have stopped? Raja informed the Prime Minister that we are going to distribute the spectrum on the basis of first come, first serve basis. That was the policy of the government. What is it that Mr. Roy wants the Prime Minister to stop? But when the applications were processed, there was some discrepancy or there was some irregularity. That is why Raja is now before the CBI, before the Supreme Court, and he was in jail. That was not informed, it was his
but
decision.
But Mr. Chacko,
his
senior Congress minister, former senior Congress minister, has gone on record to say that he wrote to the Prime Minister saying that what was happening was wrong and the PM should do something about it. So it's not just the CAG, it's a Congress minister himself.
No, this is all. I have no idea about this particular minister writing in the Prime Minister. Having examined all the files of the Prime Minister's office during that time, we have not come across such a letter. I do not know whether anybody has gone to the Prime Minister and said, what is going on is not correct. This is what some minister said, that is the report. Going on means what? Raja, what informed the Prime Minister? What Prime Minister approved? What Prime Minister did not interfere? These things are all vague, See, Mr. Roy is making an allegation against one of the most honest public figures, a honest politician, a former Prime Minister. Even after all these allegations, his integrity and his personality is intact. And nobody even today thinks that Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, former Prime Minister, was a corrupt person. Why they are making this allegation? Why can't they come out openly or clear-cut specifically that what Prime Minister should have done? Prime Minister did not stop it means Prime Minister did not stop Raja giving the spectrum on first come first serve basis. That was the policy of the government. If Mr. Roy thinks that it should have been auctioned, that was not decided by the government. But Raja made some gadbad in this distribution. And that is why he is now before.
So what's being alleged is that the gadbad that you're talking about is something that the PM was very much in the know about. The other point I want to raise here, sir, we're seeing book after book.
You are mistaken. I only said that, when the applications were processed in the Sanjar Bhavan, it was exclusively under Mr. Raja or under the Telecom Secretary. They have altered the...
Sir, but you are accepting that Raja did some gadbad. To quote you, you are accepting that Raja did some gadbad.
Pardon me?
Sir, I'm quoting what you said minutes ago. You said Raja did some gadbar, so you are accepting the fact.
No, I said that we have mentioned that in our report. People are not following it. And we have mentioned in our report that Raja, when processing the applications, he altered some dates and that was wrong. So that is why our committee found him guilty. Our committee found him guilty. It was a committee under my chairmanship.
Sir, but Raja also claims he wasn't given a say by the committee, even though he wrote to you several times saying that the Prime Minister was very much aware. No. The other point to be raised here, sir, is why is the former Prime Minister still silent? We're looking at book after book, claiming again and again, and these are people who worked very, very closely with the PMO, but the Prime Minister, the former Prime Minister, chooses to be silent even now.
You want the Prime Minister to speak, that is something you have to ask him. But the fact is that somebody wants this kind of mudslinging match going on, whether it is Sian Negi or anybody else. They want to raise allegations and it's an allegation galore without any proof, without any basis. Why can't these people, some of the ministers who were in my committee, who are now the ministers in this BJP government, if they want, they can discuss this 2G report, which is a 500-page report, carefully made after examining all the files of 1.5 years. Let them discuss. See, without any proof, if they make an allegation against a person like Manmohan Singh, is it fair? Is it relevant? I do not know that why Mr. Roy is indulging in this kind of mudslinging match against the Prime Minister. He is only repeating what he has said. But there is no basis for that.
Mr. Chacko,
and I am quite sure.
Mr. Chacko, you were the JPC chairperson. Now, A. Raja says that he wrote to you repeatedly. He said that he wanted a hearing. Are you saying that A. Raja never made you aware of the fact that he wanted to speak to you about this? He wanted to make you aware that he had always kept the Prime Minister in the loop?
No. Anybody want to keep the Prime Minister in the loop? That is
no, but did he write to you or not is the question.
We examined the whole thing and there was no evidence for that. How can anybody simply make an allegation outside? Raja wanted to meet the committee. We took his evidence in writing. 100-page write-up on his version was circulated to all the members of the committee. We did not call some people before the committee for reason. But we gave enough opportunity for Raja to be heard in the sense that his written submission was circulated to all the members. We had a discussion on his written submission also. Whatever Raja wanted to convey to the committee was conveyed in writing. But the fact is that it was not the option or no option, that was not the issue. Issue was subsequently in Sanjar Bhavan when Raja distributed the spectrum. When he processed the application, there he has made some mistake and that was charge sheeted. That we found as a mistake, as a regularity. We mentioned that in the report. Raja and his entire DMK party was very unhappy with Congress also. After that, they broke the alliance with the Congress also. Everybody knows that. We did not spare them. Our government, UPA government, in which Raja's party was supporting, we put him in jail for 1 year. We did not spare him. But why don't they make this allegation against the Prime Minister now? Every letter Raja sent to Prime Minister was replied the same day. Mr. Roy,
Mr. Chacko, the fact that A. Raja says that he wanted to make you aware that the Prime Minister was very much in the know. The point is that when a senior minister within the UPA cabinet wrote to the Prime Minister, we're talking about Mr. Kamal Nath here, if he also wrote to the Prime Minister and said that, sir, the way these allocations are happening is not right, then can you completely exonerate the former Prime Minister?
Now, what Mr. Kamal Nath has written to the Prime Minister, I have no information because I have not seen a letter from Mr. Kamal Nath in the files we have summoned. We have summoned hundreds of files from the PMO. Every file related to this issue was submitted to the committee with affirmation that it is all given to the committee. And according to the demand from the members, every file was summoned and examined by the committee. We have not come across a letter from Mr. Kamal Nath. That's another matter. But what Kamal Nath wrote to Prime Minister, what Prime Minister should have done, what Prime Minister did not do, they should clarify before making this wild allegation. Giving the spectrum without option, if that was wrong, then that was the policy of the government. That was the policy followed by previous Vajpayee government. That was the policy followed by all the previous governments. We did not decide to give this on auction. That is why telephony is cheap in India today. That is why 80 crores of tele density is highest in India today than Europe, only because we sold the spectrum at a lower price. That was the policy of the government. But processing the application and changing the date is not Prime Minister or PMO or anybody was in the know other than Raja. So that is the allegation, that charge we made against him. But where is the question of making allegations against the Prime Minister? Okay. Very unfortunate it is.
Mr. Chakku, you are of course defending the Prime Minister here, but would you concede that the Congress seems to be divided on this issue this time around? Because while you are defending the Prime Minister, there is another senior leader of the Congress, Kamal Nath, who's gone on record to say that yes, the Prime Minister was made aware. I wrote to the Prime Minister, he chose not to react.
No, this is a general statement. If Kamal Nath has any specific issue to bring to the notice of the Prime Minister as a cabinet minister, he could have done that. Whether he might have done that, I am not aware of that. But where is the relevance of Kamal Nath's letter in the given context?
But sir, would you agree that not everybody in the Congress at the moment is choosing to defend the Prime Minister, the silence of the Prime Minister?
Raja informed everything to the Prime Minister. Prime Minister was in the know of things. This is the crux of the allegation of Mr. Vinod Roy. If that is it, I want to explain. Prime Minister was aware of the fact that Raja was going to distribute this spectrum.
Sir, it seems that you are questioning Kamal Nath's claim.
That was he aware. That was the policy of the government.
Mr. Chakku, are you questioning the claim that has been made by your own colleague, Kamal Nath?
I did not follow you. What is there, Kamal Nath's intervention? Cabinet has taken a decision. It was the policy of the government to give the spectrum for the applicants on the first come first serve basis, not on auction. That was the
sir, this policy has been questioned by Mr. Kamal Nath. He says that he made the Prime Minister aware through a letter.
No, Kamal Nath cannot question the policy through a letter. Kamal Nath could have raised it in the cabinet and the cabinet should have taken a decision. How can a Kamal Nath write a letter and say that, it is not it is not correct and it should be auctioned? The government of the day and all the previous governments sold the spectrum on the basis of the first come first serve. And the benefit has gone to 80 crores of the telecom users in India. They are just, it is a real telecom revolution which happened in India because spectrum was sold at a low price. That was the only information Prime Minister had. About the changing of the date of the application, how the Prime Minister can know what happened in Sanjar Bhavan, what kind of wild allegation it is, without an iota of evidence, without anything happened. Mr. Kamal Nath might have written. That is his opinion. But the cabinet has never taken a decision to sell the spectrum by auction.
Sir, it seems that while you're not saying it in so many words, the Congress is a divided house on this issue because this time around, we're not just looking at allegations against the former Prime Minister as far as 2G is concerned. There's also the case of Commonwealth and Colgate.
No, you are trying to mix up everything and to see that there is something wrong in Congress. Okay, you can do that. That is not my
But sir, we are looking at two different voices coming from the Congress party. Kamal Nath is not standing up and defending the former Prime Minister. You are.
Now, Mr. Vinod Roy has said only about 2G and coal. Now you are adding C&D, 2G, Commonwealth also. Okay, you can do that. All these allegations put together, all the allegations made during UPA government time, the Prime Minister, even today, the people of India believes that he is one of the cleanest politicians of India. Whatever you make. But please understand that Vinod Roy has made an allegation. That allegation was, Prime Minister was aware of what Raja was doing. What Raja did wrong was about the changing of the date of the applications, and Raja is found guilty. Even now he is before the Supreme Court. He will be punished. We also sent him to jail. We did not protect him. But about auctioning and non-auctioning, that was the policy of the government. If that is what the wrong anybody found with the Prime Minister, they are wrong, not the Prime Minister is wrong.
Mr. Chakku, the reason I'm asking you about Colgate and CWG is because Mr. Vinod Roy says that the decision to appoint Suresh Kalmadi was taken by the former Prime Minister and there was some opposition to this decision as well.
No, about the 2G and about the coal, I am not competent to say that. in the context of the 2G, where I was chairman of the JPC, since I know the each and everything which happened, I must clarify that what Mr. Vinod Roy has said is not correct. Not correct, and there is no fact supporting his argument. And his view is one thing. That was not the view of the government of the day. Government has taken a decision, still he is repeating his thing. Mr. Roy should understand that the Indian Parliament, if they want, now this is a BJP government, the 2G report in the Parliament they can discuss. Everything is there. But about the other thing which they are saying is, I have no information. But I can tell you one thing that, if anybody wants to say, established by making all these things, that there is Congress is a divided house.
Mr. Chacko, Mr. Rai was in an extremely privileged position as the CNAG. He has had access to some very, very crucial documents. So the basis of his claims, are you completely saying he's lying and he has no basis at all? Because remember, he was holding a very, very important position and he had access to some very critical documents.
I know Mr. Vinod Roy personally. He is a very straightforward person. I have high regard for Mr. Vinod Roy. But the fact is that he has a view. His view and the government's view was different. Then he was arguing, or he has concluded.
Sir, he is talking on the basis of figures and numbers. He is not talking on the basis of an opinion or a view.
No, on the numbers also. 1,76,000 is the number. The amount asked per Vinod Roy lost to the government of India in the Spectrum case. That was the biggest allegation spread, and Congress suffered very badly on that because all the media were giving the propaganda.